All right, everyone, buckle up. Today, we're diving headfirst into a topic that's off the charts cool. Mythological battle royale.
Oh, I love this.
Right. But we're not talking about your average scuffles here.
No. We're talking legendary showdown.
Exactly. Think like a ranking system for the most epic clashes imaginable. From those you could almost picture happening.
To ones where reality itself is just, whoa, did that just happen?
100%.
Yeah.
And the best part is, this isn't just about who'd win in a fight.
It's way deeper than that.
Right. It's like this awesome battles beyond reality, the most insane mythological and cosmic conflicts ever.
Exactly. The book that we're looking at today. And it really gets into the why, the how, the what were they thinking behind these legendary brawls.
Totally. It's like peeking into the imagination of, well, humanity. And it all kicks off surprisingly grounded with the C tier.
The more plausible grounded battles.
Yeah. Hero versus beast, the classics. We're talking Hercules going up against the Nemean lion.
See, that's a perfect example. The Nemean lion, totally untouchable by any normal weapon,
Right.
forces Hercules to use pure strength, his bare hands.
Talk about a tough day at work.
It's the ultimate test. It's about human potential.
The underdog story, but like times 1,000. But instead of a slingshot, we're talking bare hands against an invincible lion.
It's primal. Then you've got Thor versus Jormungandr, the Midgard serpent.
Oh, man.
Now, picture this. A serpent so massive it wraps around the world. The imagery alone, it's mind-blowing.
Thor's got to have the biggest hammer ever.
This is Norse mythology at its finest, immense scale. But it's not just about size. It's the idea of order and chaos, constantly battling it out.
Right, like a cosmic dance-off. Speaking of cultures and their wild stories, we've got the ultimate underdog, David versus Goliath. That's a story for the ages.
It's timeless, because deep down, we've all been there, facing a challenge that seems impossible. It's about outsmarting, not overpowering.
Brains over brawn. Feel that. But hold on tight, because things are about to get a bit more mystical.
Elevated, even. We're stepping into B tier. Demigods, divine intervention.
It's like the old myths got a superhero upgrade.
Exactly. First up, Gilgamesh, going head-to-head with Enkidu.
Oh, this one's good. But it's not just the epic strength.
It's the emotional roller coaster.
Totally. Starts as rivals, ends with a bromance for the ages. It's proof that even the toughest rivals can find common ground.
Absolutely. And then there's Krishna versus Kansa, a battle straight out of prophecy. Destiny, good versus evil, the whole 9 yards.
The pressure's on.
Yeah.
It's that idea, though, the chosen one, setting things right, a classic for a reason.
Hope in the face of darkness. And rounding out B tier, a personal favorite, Perseus versus Medusa. One glance, and you're a statue.
Talk about high stakes.
Yeah.
What's so cool about this one is, again, it's brains over brawn.
Strategy. Perseus, armed with, help from the gods, outsmarts her.
It's a reminder to think outside the box, or in this case, outside the lair of a petrifying Gorgon.
Exactly.
We've had strength, friendship, good versus evil, but now we're entering a whole new arena.
Get ready, because it's about to get epic.
A tier. Epic divine battles. This is where things get real.
Gods against gods.
The fate of, everything hanging in the balance. And we're kicking it off with Zeus, the top dog himself, facing off against Typhon.
A being of pure chaos. Picture this. The heavens and earth are shaking. Primal forces colliding.
This is goosebumps just thinking about it. And speaking of epic showdowns, Rama battling Ravana. This one's huge. A clash of civilizations.
It's a reminder that the biggest battles aren't always fought on a physical battlefield. Sometimes it's about values, about what you believe in.
Fighting for the greater good. And finally, you can't talk epic divine battles without mentioning Michael versus Lucifer.
The ultimate battle, good versus evil. It's a story that speaks to something deep within us, that struggle we all face.
And that's just the beginning. We haven't even touched the S tier, where reality itself gets a little bendy.
Oh, things are about to get wild.
You said it. Stick around, because trust me, you do not want to miss this. This is the deep dive, and we're just getting warmed up. And we're back, ready to dive even deeper into these mind-blowing mythological brawls. Last time we were getting pretty epic, but now hold on tight, because we're entering S tier.
Cosmic scale and dimensional conflicts. This is where the rulebook gets tossed out the window.
We're talking high-stakes, reality-bending stuff.
Exactly. We're not just talking about who wins a fight anymore, but the very fabric of existence is on the line.
And what better way to kick things off than a battle that literally happens every night? Ra versus Apep.
Oh, now there's a grudge match for the ages. Every single night, Ra, the sun god, going toe-to-toe with Apep, the serpent of chaos.
Talk about commitment.
It really makes you think about their worldview, right? Every sunrise, a victory for order. But the battle never truly ends.
A constant reminder to never stop fighting for the light.
Exactly.
But even gods have their destinies to face, which brings us to Odin versus Fenrir. This clash of Norse legends is intense.
Talk about a prophecy you don't want to fulfill, knowing your fate, that even with all your power, you're destined to fall. Odin facing Fenrir, this monstrous wolf, it's heavy stuff.
It really makes you think about how we face the inevitable, our own battles, our own wolves to conquer. But let's lighten the mood a bit with our next S-tier battle. Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, taking on the Buddha.
Ah, yes, the Monkey King. Now, there's a character you can't help but love, even if he is squaring off against the Buddha.
A little rebellious.
It's a classic clash. Raw power versus ultimate wisdom. Sun Wukong, with all his tricks and strength, gets a hard lesson in cosmic order.
Humility. Sometimes knowing your place is its own kind of strength.
Precisely. But prepare yourself, because we're blasting off into even weirder territory. S-tier, battles that challenge reality itself.
Things are about to get really meta.
This is where the lines get blurry. We're dealing with battles so deeply woven into existence that they're almost impossible to grasp.
First up, get ready for the dance-off to end all dance-offs. Shiva versus Kali. Forget Dancing with the Stars. This is Dancing with the Cosmos.
Now that's an image. It's terrifying, beautiful, the whole package. Shiva, the destroyer and restorer, locked in this cosmic dance with Kali, who embodies both creation and destruction.
It's like the universe's most intense tango.
It is, and that's the point. This dance represents the delicate balance of these forces that make up everything.
And speaking of intense, we've got a showdown for control of Egypt. Set versus Horus. Talk about a family feud for the ages.
This isn't just a power struggle, though, is it?
Definitely not.
It's chaos versus order, tradition versus change. Set, the god of chaos, wants to tear it all down. Horus, the god of order, is trying to keep things running smoothly.
And lastly, for S-tier, a battle with a surprisingly relatable theme. Kali versus the demons of ignorance.
We've all been there, right? Battling our own demons, those inner voices holding us back.
100%.
Kali, in this fight, represents that inner strength, that fierce compassion that helps us break free from what's holding us back.
Love it. But hold on tight, because we're about to cross into uncharted territory. This is the broken tier, where reality itself starts to crack under the weight of these cosmic showdowns.
These battles, they're so fundamental, so far beyond our everyday experience, that they really challenge our understanding of, well, everything.
We're talking about battles that make you question if you've wandered into the Twilight Zone. And first up, a confrontation as terrifying as it is awe-inspiring. Brahma versus the Void.
Okay, try to wrap your head around this.
Yeah.
Before time, before space, just an endless void of nothingness. Then, from that emptiness, Brahma, the creator god, emerges.
Yeah.
Their battle is unlike anything you can imagine. It's being versus non-being, the very essence of existence versus the void.
It's enough to make your head spin.
Right. And if that wasn't enough, get ready for Yahweh versus Leviathan.
Bring it on.
Another classic battle of order and chaos, but on a cosmic scale. You've got Yahweh, the all-powerful creator, facing off against Leviathan, this primordial sea monster of pure chaos.
It's like deep down, we crave order in a world that can feel so random and chaotic.
Exactly. That's what this battle speaks to. But our last stop in the broken tier takes us back to the very beginning, the dawn of creation itself. Anu versus Tiamat.
Let's do it.
In Mesopotamian mythology, Tiamat is chaos incarnate. Imagine a dragon representing the primal waters from which everything came.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
Anu, a sky deity who embodies order, challenges her. And from their epic, messy clash, the universe is born.
Talk about a chaotic start. It's kind of beautiful though, right? This idea that from chaos, order can emerge. That even the most destructive forces can birth something amazing. Are you ready to take it to the ultimate level though? The beyond broken tier? Where reality is just a suggestion. Welcome back, listeners. We've journeyed through epic clashes and reality-bending showdowns, but now we're stepping into the ultimate arena of what if.
The beyond broken tier, where reality takes a back seat and things get truly unfathomable.
We're talking about battles so huge, so far out there, that they make everything else look like a playground scuffle. And first up is a concept that's both awe-inspiring and kind of terrifying. God versus the end of time.
It's heavy stuff. It goes beyond any one mythology, really, tapping into that primal fear of the unknown, of the inevitable.
The idea that even existence itself might have an expiration date. Makes you think, doesn't it? But maybe, just maybe, there's another way to look at it.
Perhaps. Instead of fearing the end, we can choose to see the beauty in the cycle of creation and destruction, the constant flow of beginnings and endings.
Okay, yeah, that puts a more positive spin on things. But hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to dive even deeper into the cosmic unknown with the eternal battle of good versus evil.
Ah, the classic showdown. Light against dark, order against chaos. This battle speaks to something universal, something we all grapple with.
It's a battle for our very souls, but on a universal scale. And to be honest, this might be the one fight where a draw isn't such a bad thing.
Maybe the real victory is in the struggle itself, the constant choice to fight for what's right even when the odds are stacked against you.
Now that's inspiring. And finally, the battle to end all battles, the one that makes my brain melt just thinking about it. The creator versus the concept of nothingness.
This one's a real head-scratcher, isn't it? The very essence of being going up against the infinite void from which it came.
It's like trying to imagine what came before the Big Bang. The idea of nothingness itself seems too, well, something.
It's a paradox, no doubt. But within that paradox, there's a powerful message about the human experience. We are constantly striving to understand our place in the universe, to find meaning in the face of the unknown. These battles, they reflect that yearning for understanding, that desire to make sense of it all.
We started with heroes and monsters, explored epic clashes and reality-bending showdowns, and here we are at the very edge of comprehension, contemplating the very nature of existence itself.
And that, my friend, is the power of mythology. It allows us to explore these grand, cosmic themes in a way that is both awe-inspiring and strangely comforting.
It's been quite a journey. So as we wrap up this deep dive into mythological battle royale, what can we take away from these mind-blowing encounters?
I think the biggest takeaway is this. Even when faced with seemingly impossible odds, there's an incredible strength in the very act of striving, of fighting for what you believe in, of searching for meaning and purpose in a world that can often feel random and chaotic.
Beautifully said. And on that note, we've reached the end of our journey. Remember, listeners, even in the most outlandish myths and legends, profound truths about ourselves and the universe await. So until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and never be afraid to confront the unknown, both within and without.